I wasn't sure you'd make it over this way. You must have finished up in Rivermore. I heard they had quite an adventure. A trek through the mountains in search of a bandit. Quite riveting indeed. Though, well, you'd think they would have invited me along for the journey. I did help out with that rune business in the past, and I provided all the entertainment at the King's Festival. I thought Caius and I were friends. But no, not Finnerick. No need to include him. We'll just send him a postcard, let him know how much fun we had without him. Well, I've had just about enough of that. I'll show them. I'm going to have an adventure of my own. Just me and none of them. Well, me and you, if you can help. And I'll send them a postcard when we're done about how much fun we had. Oh, did I not introduce myself? I am Finnerick de Bryce, travelling bard from the town of Beggar's Bridge. And you, my friend, are going to help me on an adventure. My adventure is much more interesting than that boring one that Winifred, Hadrick and Caius went on. Mine is about daring escapes, dashing heroism, and mostly it's about helping me gather the necessary resources to build a new amphitheatre. An amphitheatre fit for a king. I'm sick of travelling all around the kingdom bringing my music to the masses. It's time the masses came to me. Now then, how to afford the construction? Here we are. The King's Field, site of the great battle for Outrigger Bay. Many a soldier died where we stand. The king has given royal decree that I be allowed to build a great amphitheatre here in honour of those soldiers. And because the king likes music and plays and stuff. But it's mostly the honour thing. Trouble is, getting anyone to work around here is rather difficult. With the value of gold being so volatile lately, the Manufacturers' Union is demanding payment in gems only. Well, I haven't exactly got any gems. Have you? Didn't think so. Though I heard that the Quest Guild recently changed their requirements as well, and now all quests pay out rewards only in gems. Which is good for you and me, because that's precisely what we need to build our amphitheatre. We're going to take a little trip around the province to do some charitable deeds. So long as those charitable deeds pay out a reward in nice shiny gems. Ready? Ah, Embercrag Valley. That's not its actual name. It doesn't have a name, but it's the valley between the Ember Hills and the Cragreach Cliffs, so I've always just called it the Embercrag Valley. There's a hidden hunting grounds this way, just before we reach Brookwater Crossing. Not much of a hunter myself, I'm more of a lover than a fighter, really. Though, truth be told, I haven't been given much opportunity to be a lover either. Never mind. That's beside the point. Hunting! Yes, that sounds fine. Let's stop for a hunt. Very good. Well, it feels good to sit down for the night. We travelling bards spend a lot of time on the road, but what I wouldn't give for a feather bed most nights. It's strange, though, feather beds, it turns out, are not in fact the most comfortable. I had the privilege of sleeping on a shroomtress when I was up in Bleakwater. Oh, that's a mushroom mattress. Soft, yet firmer than feathers. Far too expensive for the average person. It takes over 2,000 mushrooms to make one mattress. Just make sure you have a sheet on it, as the mushrooms have a tendency to become lodged in places. We'll soon be passing the old Warden's Tower on the left. The tower isn't old, but the warden who was stationed there was. A bit senile as well. A few years back he was testing out a new trebuchet defence, but his aim was somewhat off. The munition ricocheted off a tree right back into the tower. And that was the end of the old Warden's Tower. And the end of the old warden as well. I hear they plan to rebuild it and station a younger warden there. With better aim, of course. We're nearly to Dornhelm now. Have you been there? Oh, the tavern there has the best rabbit pie in the 3 kingdoms. Possibly in the 5 kingdoms, but I haven't been to 2 of them, so I'll withhold judgment. My brother Cedric lives there. We're very competitive, he and I. I'm even more competitive than him, though he would argue that he is in fact the more competitive one. If we have a chance to stop in when this is all over, I have an ongoing game of chess with him, and my next move has been waiting for a few months. I also have to defend my arm wrestling title and challenge my nephew to a dance-off. Much to do, much to do. You see the tower there to the east? Wolfcairn Tower, it's called. It marks the way to Timberwick Woods, where the Beast of the Loch resides. I wouldn't go into those woods for all the diamonds in Hollow's Keep. Wouldn't do it for the treasure of Trawler's Wharf. I wouldn't even go into those woods for a chance to kiss the barkeep at the Fox and Ladle Tavern in Rook Hollow. Oh, she is a true beauty. Carlotta is her name. Skin like the ocean waves, lips like the dunes of the Red Desert, legs like... You know what, on second thought, I think I would go into those woods for a chance to kiss the barkeep at the Fox and Ladle Tavern in Rook Hollow. Well, where shall we go next? We could head east to Bleakwater on our way to the Valley of Stone, or north to the Sea of Shade, visit the Great Pirate Island, or perhaps south to the Falls, see the old lookout. Then again, maybe we just head back to Rook Hollow and get a good night's sleep by the fire. Might stop by and see Carlotta at the pub. Oh, all right, more traipsing through the wilderness. Have it your way. Can we at least stop in the next town long enough to get some butter biscuits and dry our socks? Keep an eye out as we cross the bridge here. Legend tells of a troll that lives underneath it. He comes out to attack travellers and steal their slippers. No one knows why. He just really likes slippers, I suppose. Keep on your guard, stay behind me. I know how to handle trolls. You just speak in haikus and it confuses them until they run away. At least that's what I've read. They'll be fine, I'm sure. Right then, let's go. Here we are then, back to Rook Hollow. We've made a complete circle around the province. Not quite a circle, I suppose, more of a peanut shape. I do believe construction has just finished up on the amphitheatre. Shall we head that way? Oh, and look, we have a few gems left over. Shall we treat ourselves to a rabbit pie? Well now, if that isn't a sight to behold, a theatre all for me. I mean, for the king. It's the king's theatre, not mine. Though, perhaps the king will be so pleased, he'll make me the new royal bard of the noble court. And I'll be invited to all the banquets, and I'll sit right next to the king during every feast, and we'll become best friends, and I'll marry the princess and become the king myself someday. Well, a bard can dream, can't he?